Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're talking about all those new G.I. Joe reveals from Hasbro's special 40th anniversary celebration for G.I. Joe Real American Hero. We're also going to share some more of those reveals from the quote-unquote Toy Fair 2022, like all of the Mcfarlane reveals, including that sweet under $10 3-inch superhero figure. All of that and more tonight on Toy Geeks. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, as always, on this journey of toy geekery is my good friend John. John, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you, Jay?
I am doing okay. I think it is a crazy time in the world right now, and generally we try to stick to the toy talk, and that's absolutely what we will do. But it's hard to ignore what's going on right now in Ukraine. So in the description of this video, posted a few links to some verified charities that are supporting and trying to help the Ukrainian people. And it's just a crazy situation. And but I must say that their courage and how they have just really stood and faced this kind of crazy invasion is inspiring. And it I think we get to kind of live or we don't have to worry about coming on the internet to do a show like this and talk about toys, and they're out there fighting for their freedom. And this what doesn't really matter, they probably won't watch this, but we actually do have viewers in Ukraine. We do have viewers in Ukraine, and to those and to everybody, we stand with Ukraine here. John, any thoughts?
I second everything that you said. It's seriously unbelievable. Not like it's in a bad way at all.
Yeah.
But the president and the mayor, just their tenacity to stand up and literally fight for themselves.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Indeed. So yeah, if you can, some links in the description below. But really, Ukraine, we stand with you, and we hope to a peaceful resolution as soon as possible. And we also, our little Toy Geeks logo, and that we changed to the Ukrainian flag colors there. But anywho, let's try to talk about some toys tonight, John, because the Toy Fair madness continues. But before we do any of that, yeah, exactly. Sending love and thoughts, prayers to Ukraine. Agreed. So let's say hello to everybody here. It is a hop-in chat as always. Holy, when you have to like keep scrolling to go up here, but let's say hello to everybody. You are what make this show possible. Evil Villain, Automaton, Carlos Orocco, iBrand3G, Durant, Map Room Gaming is here as well. Jason and Celia, Space Cowboy, Cobweb, Phineas Bog, indeed, go Ukraine. Ghost Poppers, Doomed, Eve. I think I did Evil Villain. I'm about to do it again because he said smash that like button. Again, everybody smash that like button. I don't know, John. What are we gonna do tonight? What absurd thing are we gonna do for a like goal? I don't know.
I think we just got to push for that 10,000 subscribers so we can get to that extra special show.
Oh, you're right. The GDL After Dark, like people are talking about it. It's yeah. I think yeah. If you haven't subscribed yet, I think 15,000 or so people return each month to view videos. So that means you're out there if you're coming back that have not. I'm sorry, that's the people that haven't subscribed. So those 15,000 people, if just I think what is it like 500 of you hit subscribe?
Yeah. It'll take a millisecond, 1 millisecond of your time.
Mecha Manblade, Jeff Morris, David V, Thanos Copter is here as well. Daryl Robinson, Darth Therian, Live Action Star Wars. Let's see me keep moving here. Oh, Mike Jurlico, Jason Nightmare, Retro Action UK, All Music Fan 88, Master Blaster is here as well. Matt Bush, Wing or Lose, John Rhodes. We'll do Phineas Bog again because why not? Ronan Comics is here. Toy and Fun, Roberto Colon, Gotham Stalker, Michael Miller, Black Box Studios, We Are Live, Nick Dillinger, Ryan B, Paul Morales, Robert Alessandri, Toy Stalker is here as well. Did I get Riley Bob? I'll do it again. Todd Smith, Snell World, Yeah, Slava, Ukraine, Chris Esposito, Gray Fox. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. Hung Win, Black Phoenix, Overman, and Daryl Throwback Turtle. There's too many now. I can't even keep up.
You're getting
Bullwinkle's
lost in
here.
the weeds.
I know, it's like so many. Oh, anyway. Hello, everybody. Welcome to your weekly hangout with your fellow toy geeks. Excited to be here. Yeah, exactly. GDL After Dark adults only streams. Yes, but this. Listen, our patrons, pre-patrons, have already decided what the Patreon exclusive first show will be. GDL After Dark, where it'll be. Oh yeah, if you didn't get it, yeah, please, yeah, me. Like goal for swallowing a Super 7 Casey Jones hockey puck.
How did that happen?
Oh my gosh. Don't cross your streams. Hold on, Toy Story. So I'll give you an official. Yeah. All the swears. All of the swears. I was talking to the YHS peeps. We should also like maybe just invite other toy tubers as well. It could be like, just like hanging. I kind of equated to, how like the Rat Pack would hang in Vegas after their shows and just like probably drinking and shoot the whiz. That would be like it, like just come hang out, drink some bourbons and stuff. And anyway. Oh my God! So OnlyFans. Oh God! Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants that. Oh, Colleen is here. There you go. Gray Fox, GDL After Dark eyeshadow all the time. Oh my goodness. All right. Whew. So, yes. Let's keep going here. His Tank. Let me pull that one up because Hasbro, it's just so weird how they run. I guess maybe it's not weird, but how they run their business. Because you have like just this disparity in kind of the different teams, right? You have the Ghostbuster team that kind of did this really amazing Kickstart, or not their HasLab with their Proton Pack and stuff like that. It was really fun. And then you had the GI Joe team for their 40th anniversary stream. That was a party. Did you watch it at all, John?
I didn't remember that it was even happening. I caught a bunch of it after the fact, but it's so different. Like they actually get together.
I know
they're actually in the same room.
Yeah, it's but they're having fun too. Like I don't know, and maybe. I don't know. Maybe maybe it's the Star Wars team has just been so in battle, they're just scared of everyone, and they just don't. But like at Toy Story, yeah, it was 2 hours long. Like I missed the beginning. I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss everything. I was like, no, they kept going. It just kept going and going, and it was great. Like especially since Rancor. Yeah, exactly. With the Star Wars team, and I feel bad. I feel really bad that Star Wars team, wherever you are, I understand you've come under fire a lot. We've given you a lot of flack. I think deserved.
Yeah.
Like for Santa, anyone? It's deserved. But I don't know. Like the GI Joe team also gets some heat, and I think it's fair heat. But I think they had a good time, and they clearly, are having fun, and it shows. And I think especially for these teams, if you're having fun, you probably make better product. And from what the GI Joe team is making, and compared to the Star Wars team, is there a connection there, John? Do you think?
I think there is. There's still like a newness to this GI Joe team. Even though behind the scenes they've probably been working together for 2 years on development of the Sky Striker and all kinds of other stuff. But I feel like they're still friends. Yes. Whereas it's almost like during the quarantine and the pandemic, you hear about these couples getting divorced because they start working from home and they're spending so much time together.
Yep.
And I feel like that is the Star Wars team. They have driven each other nuts.
Yeah, ain't no back like a bag of bones party. Burt Chewbacca, extra chewy. Nicely done, Space Cowboy. Yeah, I totally. That's a good point. Maybe the Star Wars team has just been together too long, and it's time to give them a good, one of those good old fashioned divorces for them. Because it's like clearly, and the thing is, Hasbro's pretty. They have this kind of social media presence. So it's right before our eyes, you see Pam and Bill. They're a little bit dorky, a little bit nerdy, but clearly there's a passion there for the Ghostbusters line, and I think they show it. And this GI Joe stream, which was like 2 hours, was a lot of fun. Like it was just a fun thing to watch along with the reveals. And then the poor Star Wars team just Adam Spivey gets letters to Patrick. I wish Craig would share that song with me. I'd play it right now. The new hit of the winter, I guess. But anyway, Hasbro, I don't think you're watching. I don't think you care. But maybe it's time to shake up the Star Wars team a little bit, because it's showing the differences between the teams.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
Yeah. G.I. Joe is weekend, Dad. Oh my goodness. Flash says, missed your opening, busy day at work. Hello, Flash. We opened up with, again, giving our thoughts and good feelings and well wishes to Ukraine, and if you want to contribute to them, we have some charities in the description below. But yeah, it was just it was a lot of fun. So let's look at the reveals. A ton of classified reveals. What were your thoughts on what they showed us?
Everything looks okay, because most of it's renders.
Yep.
And I'm kind of on the side of the way that we originally seen Tomax and Zaymont.
Yes.
The renders looked very cartoony.
Yep.
They look a little bit better. The faces still look a little bit more animated than I wish they would. But Zorana looks pretty good. Dusty, I'm really excited for. They do still kind of look a little bit more animated,
Well,
or they're going for just upscaling the vintage figures. They look a little bit like that too. And I think, because of what they've done with classifieds since the beginning, I'm almost expecting them to look a certain way. And now I think they're sort of, flipping that page and doing what a lot of us wanted, and just to get a 6-inch scale vintage figure look. And and I think that's what they're going for now, much more so than the video game style look that they had before.
Yeah, it's and let's put a pin in that to quote our friend Ted Biaselli, because we kind of can see the figures that were digital renders last time now, and kind of see if they did play out that way. But yeah, I think what is it, Ryan Dole says, Zorana needs tattoo sleeves and piercings. But yeah, get into Maybelline stash. But yeah, it's tough when it is a render. I totally agree. Because you don't really get to see. It's hard to tell, right?
Yeah.
But still, they've definitely kind of doubled down on this retro look. And you're of the mind, John, that you don't really dig it.
I really need to see them in hand. I think that'll be my make or break for each figure. I'm not going to jump in and say I'm all in on any of these, or definitely any of them. I mean, even like the Crimson Guard Commander, as much as I like that figure, I'm still not totally sold on it.
Yeah. It's hard in this view. Let me pull up the Doctor. Where is he at? Dr. Mindbender or some more. But it's cool to see them, but it is true. I think it'd be nice if they kind of reserved the retro for the retro line. And then went the more modern with the normal classified line.
Right. Yeah. I really don't think that they'll have two different styles of classifieds going at the same time. Maybe if there is, some sort of good media going on, like a video game or whatever, and then they can base figures off of that as exclusives, or
Mhm.
sort of like what Black Series does with the gaming greats,
Yep.
and throw some of those in there. But I'm willing to bet that everything from here on out will be, this sort of style.
Yep.
And it's gonna be able to compete with, the Super 7 Ultimates Joes too.
That's true. Exactly. I think Michael Miller says here, I'll come back to Phineas's comment in a second. I've stepped away from the classified line in the shadow of Super 7 Ultimates releasing that Crimson Guard, though. Damn. Their photographers talk their mind better. Again, they're just having so much fun. GI Joe team. I want to hang out with them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I love the display they put together for
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
it's incredible.
It was awesome. It was awesome. The bubbles on the retros are ridiculous. I agree. Like the extra
Mhm.
space up here, it's kind of absurd. The numbers on his head, that's probably just the like those early prototypes, right? They have like the number stamps on their heads.
Yeah, I think so.
They showed. But still, it's almost like I decided to sell my classified figures, but I might be in for these kind of retro card back ones. I don't know. I'll talk about it in my toy hauls, I guess. Actually, maybe I'm gonna be in toy hauls. But this Tuesday, 3 p.m., I'll have a review, my next review, like uploaded review. And it's gonna be I've opened the O-rings up and we'll be reviewing those. So like I want to commit to those,
Mhm.
and I'll talk about it in that video. But I have a lot of time on my hands with that line versus classified, which is getting a lot of love, which I understand because classified is the new thing. I love that they're bringing in Tiger Force. Tiger Force, I absolutely love that line as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I love the Tiger Force. I love the Python Patrol. And
Mhm.
of course, we'll get each one, I assume, because, the Tiger Force Recondo, I assume we'll get the regular colorway of
Mhm.
Recondo next. And didn't Dusty have a Tiger Force figure as well?
I can't remember the whole line off the top of my head, but I
I thought we got Dusty. And then of course Duke.
mhm.
We'll get a Duke Tiger Force, and then
Tiger
with
Force Duke was my Duke. Tiger Force Duke
right.
was like,
I do, yeah, I remember that.
and I've said it before, yeah. Like I still have him. He broke. I'm kind of missing some of the pieces. I have a new one now on my flag, but like he was the leader of all of my toys growing up, the Tiger Force Duke. So that's an absolute must buy for me for sure. But yeah, I think I don't know. I love that they're getting into that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really hoping for a Lifeline. That was what, probably Lifeline and Snow Job. Was it Snow Job? Who came with the Tiger Cat, or the Snow Cat? Was that Snow Job?
Hold on, let me pull up. I got went on Yojo. So
Those were my two favorite Tiger Force.
let's see. Here we go. Whole line. I'll zoom up a little bit here. So 1988, Bazooka, Duke, Dusty. You were right. Flint, Frostbite, Lifeline, Recondo, Roadblock,
Frostbite, not Snow Job. Frostbite.
Fire, and Sky Striker. So I hope we get all of them. I know we will get these O-ring re-releases in 2057. So we have,
But pre-orders start next year.
yeah. And then I guess if you're counting the 2003 figures, do we need to count those? But they're there.
Meh. I mean, I think that Tiger Force Jinx is pretty good.
Yeah, I guess. Kind of looks like a battle cat, right?
It does.
Right? It's the battle cat. Favorite nicknames are Geek Grandpa Life. Oh my god. Oh, and they're sold out.
Yep, that was it.
Oh, Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. Howdy, chat. Hello, Sergeant Slaughters. Definitely check out the channel. Fun channel. But yeah, I think anyway, I'm a big Tiger Force fan. The thing is, like, the not having okay, a big part of Tiger Force for me is the vehicles, and it kind of having classified Tiger Force figures almost like, I don't know, makes it even more apparent that I don't have any classified vehicles. What's your thoughts on that, John?
I love the Tiger Force vehicles. I think if we go back to one of our first episodes
Mm-hmm.
I think we did an episode of our top 5 toys of our childhood,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
Tiger Fly was on my list.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
I loved being able to hit the trigger, fly that thing around, and have the
Mm-hmm.
propeller
Yep.
spin on its own.
Mm-hmm.
But I am missing vehicles from this, and I'm surprised we didn't get any vehicle announcement, even if it was a ferret or um, a trouble bubble
Mm-hmm.
or a claw, anything.
This was the stream to do it, right? Because
Hmm.
we assume all of these reveals would have been kind of tied into Toy Fair, yeah? Like, wouldn't that have been, or
Yeah,
at
you
least
would
most of this been part of the
you
Toy
would
Fair stuff?
think.
Yeah. And so it's shocking to me that uh, there's two big moments for, I guess maybe they won't do Comic-Con this year, but it's New York Toy Fair and San Diego Comic-Con.
Hmm.
And New York Toy Fair got canceled. I have a good feeling that San Diego Comic-Con is going to happen. Like, I'm ready. I'm going. If there's a Comic-Con, I'm going.
Yep.
John, do you want to go too? You can go too. But so it's shocking to me that essentially they did not have a vehicle ready for Toy Fair, which
Mhm.
means at the earliest they'd reveal something is possibly San Diego Comic-Con or their PulseCon if they keep going on with that.
Yeah.
But that's like a whole nother year of no vehicles. And even
But
beyond.
this is also an anniversary year.
Yeah.
It's not like that was a surprise. It's not like they looked
Mhm.
at their watch and said, "Oh, man, is it 40 already?
It was
Or
the 40th anniversary
is it
stream.
40 today?" They
Yeah.
should have it's like they should have been it was okay, it was good, but
Mhm.
I expected more.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just like because they're showing us these figures that, even like Tomax and Zaymont that we've already seen a while ago.
Those are the renders, but yes.
And those are expected to ship what, May 2023.
Yeah.
So now these ones that they're showing us, I mean, I don't know what the expected dates on those guys are, but you would think even if they didn't have a vehicle in hand, we could have
Mhm.
seen a render. We could have seen
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Really, just because it was supposed to be Toy Fair and it's also the 40th anniversary.
Mhm.
It's not like a fan Friday or something like that where they might
Mhm.
show a couple of things. This was
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yep.
It was good, but we should have seen more, I think.
Mhm. No, I agree. I agree. Like, there's this, and I understand supply chains and all that kind of stuff. I get,
Mhm.
but there are toy companies still making stuff and putting stuff out there pretty consistently
Yeah.
with those challenges
Mhm.
with retail toy lines. And yeah, I kind of find it shocking, especially the dates they put on there. You're 100% right. Like, it's especially for the 40th year. It is shocking. It is shocking that these figures won't be coming out till next year.
Yeah. And even at that, when will we get them in hand? Because I assume, they'll be scalped like crazy the
Mhm.
first month.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe we'll get them June, July,
Mhm.
you know, at a regular price.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, May 1st, 2023 for the Crimson Twins.
Barring there's no other issues.
Yeah. That's best case scenario, yeah.
Yep.
So, now again, I think who mentioned it here? I don't want to call that out. All music the release could change for sooner dates. Absolutely. That's always a possibility. Don't want to shortchange that at all. But most of these reveals were late this year or next year,
Mhm.
which is that's tough. Like, to me, it's shocking they kind of weren't ahead of that a little bit. But I don't know. I'm not on this team.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the stuff that we're gonna get soonest, right? It will be that that retro carded Baroness, the retro carded Gung Ho, and who is the third?
It was it Duke? No, where are they at? No, Destro.
Destro. Okay, so 3 characters in different paint, but 3 characters we also already have.
Yep.
So that's obviously why we're getting them so quick. But they're probably low on the list of what we hoped for first. At least maybe put in 1 new figure.
Yeah, or give more. Like, there's more figures they could have done. You could have done a Duke.
Yeah.
And
They could put
Roadblock.
officers and vipers on those cards, and then start printing money.
When they do have a vehicle for Junior, Megatron Hiss. All right, let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Because I will say it looks really freaking cool. It also comes with an O-ring figure, a Baroness figure. And since I'm collecting the O-ring line, it means I have to spend $90 to get a Baroness figure. That's all I will say about that. You'll hear more of my thoughts on my video on Tuesday. That being said, it's really cool. His tank, because Megatron posts the Walther P-38 is usually a tank. So it's a great crossover. It looks, I mean, this is a render. The one they saw in here, it looked a little toy-y. I hope it looks better. Like maybe put a wash on it or something like that to make it look a little less plasticky.
Yep.
But it's a really cool crossover. Like sometimes, I'm a diehard Ghostbuster fan, and I go to San Diego Comic Con every year. But I passed on that Optimus Prime Ghostbusters crossover one because I was that's not really that cool. But this is cool. This is cool. I'll give it that. Very spendy though. I think it's $89. It sold out on Hasbro Pulse. But you can still, I ordered it on Entertainment Earth, I think. Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store. I'm starting to spread some out over to Entertainment Earth since Big Bad's taking a little bit longer now. But John, your thoughts on this Megatron Hiss crossover?
It's neat, I'll say. When I first seen this, I just seen the post on, I think, Toy Shiz. And it was in tank mode with Baroness sitting, and it says Baroness Megatron crossover, and I was like, oh, what does that mean? Like, does she come with that mini version of the Megatron in gun mode? And then when I see that's what I assumed, and then when I went to the next picture, because you could not tell that the Hiss tank transformed. Like, you didn't really see any parting lines on the body. And then when I went to the next picture, I was like, oh, does the Hiss tank come apart and clip onto an existing Megatron figure? Because that's what it looks like. It doesn't look like they really changed Megatron that much. It looks like it's Megatron with shoulder pads, and they just took a Hiss tank apart and glued it back onto him.
Maybe it is Snap. I hope it's not Snap-on, because that'd be kind of a lazy transformer. Yeah.
No, I mean, it looks like it. Now that I've seen it in a few other places, it does look like he transforms, but it looks like it's a very simple transformation,
which I'm fine with. To be honest, some of the new Transformers are a bit of a pain in the neck, so I'm fine with when it's a little easy.
Yep. You have a better chance of breaking one than actually transforming it. But $89 is, I think that is real high, because I mean, a leader class Megatron is $50.
Yeah.
It's not that much more advanced than a regular leader class Megatron. I mean, there's a couple other pieces. It's not enough to almost double the price. I think that it's a bit of a price grab. It's a little spendy.
It's feeling like it. And why is 89 so much? Believe it, X-Wing is $100 for 15-year-old mold. I understand, but there seems to be a Hasbro trend, and all figures are going to go up. So I don't want to feel like I'm knocking Hasbro, so to speak, but I feel like when we're talking about the major retail toy companies, everybody's incrementally increased, right? Like MO2 Origins is $17.50 now or whatever. But I feel like Hasbro's is like just a poof.
Yeah.
Is that just my check my bias here, but it feels like Hasbro's have gone kind of absurdly high versus everybody else that has gone up, in accordance to increase prices and all that kind of stuff.
No, I think you're right because everything that was like a $10 price point moved up to like $12, and it was 15. It went up to like 16 and change, $17. Everything seems like everything that was Hasbro 6-inch scale went from 20 to 25. I mean, heck, we've seen vintage collection stuff double in price.
$6.
Yeah. So are they building in a buffer? Maybe they just think by the time this is actually in production in a year, maybe that price is justified, and they're building in this little bit of a buffer to say, well, by the time you ship, you'll feel good about the price. By the time you have it in hand, you'll feel good about it, and we'll feel good because we made an extra 20%.
That's a good point, because these aren't shipping till like 2 years from now anyway, so maybe they're factoring in inflation in 2 years or something.
And in the Viper 3-pack,
$90.
$90 for 3 figures that they have molds of.
Yeah, these aren't even new bucks.
Nope.
This one was the one that even more, like, maybe I don't know, Transformers can be spendy, but this one felt rough because $90 for 3 of the same figure, essentially no new molds to it. So those are $30. They spec out to $30 a piece.
Yep. So in next year's money, our classified's going to be $30 a piece.
I don't know. It's not going to come out till March of next year. It's a mold they already have.
Yeah. I mean, they're giving blast effects. Seriously, is it worth another $30 for blast effects? Over paying $20 retail for these figures each in current day and last year. These figures have been around. Yes, we're getting a little bit of a repaint. I don't know. I'd love to know what Hasbro's reasoning is, because it's not in a window box. It's just a cardboard box.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But again, the box looks cool. I'm all for windowless packaging or just less plastic packaging. That's great.
Absolutely. I'd be happy if they sold them to me bagged. If it was a Hasbro Pulse thing, send it to me in a bag, and I'm happy.
Brown paper bag it. Let's go.
Yep.
But I don't want to discount the in-box purchasers, but I'm not one, so I'm good with that. It's fine. But yeah, I don't think you're seeing $5 worth per figure worth of blast effects.
No, because are any of those blast effects existing from that most recent War Machine figure that they did?
Oh yeah. That's a good point.
Could be, and now they're just raking it in.
Yeah, and it's a good point here too by Hit and Run. Hasbro is making a killing. They own G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
So there's no license fee on this.
Nope.
Maybe you could argue, Star Wars, they got to pay a lot of money to be, the Star Wars team. They just re-upped, right?
Yep.
Lucasfilm. So, like, is G.I. Joe making up for what they had to pay for Lucasfilm? Because they don't pay anything for this, right? It's their own IP.
Yeah, they own it. They're making the profit on it.
Dirty Mingers, Hasbro is scalping their own product. They're like, you can't scalp us if we scalp you already.
Right. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy this is a thing. It's happening.
Absolutely.
It's 6-inch Joes. People have been asking for it for
100%.
20 years. But that's just, that price is ridiculous.
It is, especially since it's reuse. It's not even new mold or anything like that. That's, to me, is the I think it's frustrating.
If it was say if it was a 3-pack with Zorana, Xandar, and Zartan with a swamp skier,
sure,
$90, easy. Makes sense. 2 brand new figures and a figure that with a swamp skier that everybody figured he would have come with anyway from the get-go. $90, go for it. But 3 figures that we already have,
Blows my mind.
Yep.
Blows my mind. But yeah, Ryan P. They're making up for money lost on the movies.
they they got a thing that looks like a swear jar that just says snake eyes on it.
You know, of course, plastic price up, even oil prices affect the plastic prices because you need petroleum to make plastic or whatever. Totally understand. Again, I think we all expect toy prices to go up, right? Like the inflation rides all tides or whatever. I don't know, but there's a difference between like price increases and feeling like a company's taking advantage of a situation. And this feels a little bit more like that.
Yep.
So yeah. Ryan Dole. Star Wars isn't worth the fee. The fee right now is it buns me out. Yeah. Justin, at the end of the day, Hasbro expects their sales to decrease. They said, yeah, it's true. It was an interesting article. Did you see that, John, where like Hasbro's outlook was very dour in this year?
Really?
They expected people to go, you know, the pandemics, you know, may turn into an was it endemic or I don't know, whatever's not a pandemic. And so kids won't want to play with toys anymore because that's basically what's kind of led to all this profit is parents stuck at home with their kids like, let me buy you this toy so you shut up, which is what we had. Like that's why we got toys as kids, right?
Right. Yeah.
Or anything like that. So so Hasbro feels like now that, you know, the coronavirus and hopefully there's no variants is waning, that parents are not going to be buying toys for their kids. So they think they're going to have a bad year versus Mattel's like, let it ride, baby. It's going to be, let this money train keep a rolling.
Right.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. They're counting on the kids that are going to want to stick with toys that are just, you know, loving the action figure world or loving the Barbies or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
and and you can see the difference in strategy between Mattel and Hasbro, right? Where Hasbro like really jacking up the prices, figure selection's really limited, kind of shockingly limited for property they own. And even on retail shelves, it's very limited.
Yep.
And then you look at Mattel in the boy section, where you have Masters is stacked. And they have 3 lines. They have like the kid line with the CGI, you have the retro line with Origins, and then you've got the adult collector line with Masterverse.
Yep.
And then you look at GI Joe, which is an in-house property for Hasbro. They have their adult collector line. It's been the same kind of 3 figures for a while now. Right? It's was it Lady J, maybe Flint, and
Cobra Commander,
maybe some of the Snake Eyes figures. The retro stuff isn't even retail. It's a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, and you got a couple a year, maybe if you're lucky. And not even Hasbro's doing the retro stuff you're seeing on shelves. It's the Super 7 line. And their kid line, I guess the Snake Eyes stuff is out there. But it like if Hasbro has a pessimistic outlook on this year for toys, it's showing in what they're revealing versus Mattel, which thinks they're going to keep this train rolling. And you can tell by what we're seeing on the shelves, which is a lot more stuff.
Yep. Yeah. And Mattel is keeping it pretty regular. Whereas, you know, they're like every month, I would say, they're sending out 2 new figures.
Yeah.
You know, with Ram Mam and Manny Faces most recently. And before that, you know, Sorceress with Sorceress Orko. And even though they're being case packed with another He-Man and Skeletor, you know, we know that's Mattel's MO to always have a He-Man and Skeletor out for whichever line they're pushing.
Yeah.
But it's even still, it's so regular.
Yeah.
And with Hasbro, aside from GI Joe, even just Marvel Legends, it's even though they put out a solid wave, they're so it can be so scattered. You know, if it's not a movie line,
Yeah.
it's sort of up in the air, you know,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden they just show up.
Yeah, I will say outside of Marvel Legends, they do pretty consistently put out Marvel Legends. Must sell well enough for them to do it because they keep throwing them out there, right?
Yep.
But other than that, that's the only thing that seems like consistently gets airtime. And again, that might be just because how these teams work or something. I don't know. Or maybe Marvel, they just think it sells well because they have a retro line that they do. And they have their adult collector line with Legends, and they have their kids stuff, which I see regularly. So, but that's not even their property. That's Marvel. It's Disney. They own G.I. Joe. It's kind of shocking to me. Brian Merchant says you can find Mattel stuff on the pegs because their stuff sucks and doesn't sell. I don't know if I agree with that, Brian. I mean, I respect your opinion, but I don't know if I agree with it.
Yeah, I got to disagree, but
yeah,
we all can have our own opinions.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I especially if you're not a He-Man fan, I totally get that. I understand. Maybe Hasbro needs to target these properties back to kids again. I agree. That's where I feel like I this, you know, I'll talk about it more in my O-Rings review. My kids love the old school G.I. Joes. It's still a great toy. Like I have a bin of just, you know, kind of don't have any weapons, but they still, you know, are G.I. Joes. And I have some of the vehicles and stuff like that. And my son, Zach, he loves like military stuff. He loves army stuff and stuff like that. He loves the G.I. Joe figures, the O-Ring G.I. Joe figures, because they're great toys. It's a great design. And I feel like it's a missed opportunity. Like, yes, the Super 7 reaction's cool, but they're not as cool as an O-Ring figure. Why isn't this on shelves? You know?
I think it's because O-Ring figures cost more money to make, only because, you know, hand assembly. Whereas, you know, the Super 7 reaction figures are probably mostly machine made, you know, going through the injection molding, and then you know that comes out, the person has a big pile of parts and it's just popped together. Whereas an O-Ring figure is screwed together. It's a little bit more work involved. So I think that's why there was like a stop put to the O-Ring figures, you know, throughout the 2000s. You know, they were sporadic, but they would be like Toys R Us exclusive sets or something exclusive for a convention.
So, John, is that why these 2-packs are $41.99?
Yep. That is totally why they are so expensive.
I guess. I wish they were cheaper, though. Or I wish they'd, I don't know, give me like a 10-pack. What's with this 2-pack every 7 years?
I know. Yeah, if they're going to charge that much, like I wish they would just do like an army builder pack and say, you know, 10 figures are, you know, like 130, 140 bucks. It might not sting as much.
But, you know, and I think Reaction is one of the most overpriced toys ever. But when your Reaction G.I. Joe line is cheaper per figure than the O-Ring re-releases, that's saying something.
Yeah. Yeah. Reactions are really expensive for what they are.
Oh, so expensive. Even though, John, I got my Roger Rabbit figures in. They are phenomenal. The Super 7 ones. They look incredible. It's on another level. It doesn't even feel like a Reaction figure. It just feels like a miniature character from the movie. They look amazing.
That's good. It's good news.
It finally felt like, okay, I don't feel, well, I still kind of feel bad calling them for earmuffs. I don't feel bad. I spent $90 on these, 6 figures or something like that. But anyway.
See, when you put it that way, I don't think it's that bad. Yeah. Because how many times have you walked into Target and walked out with 6 figures and spent more than $90?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. All right, let's close out our thoughts here. We got some in-looks of Stalker for the first time. The camo seemed a bit more gray. It looked a little bit more green in the renders. We're talking about like what it looks like renders versus what we saw in person. I think the head sculpt still looks really badass, but like what's your thoughts here on Stalker in person?
I think it looks really good. I kind of dig that gray.
Yeah,
It looks a little dirty, and it looks so much more real world. It looks
exactly.
really
It
good.
does. Yeah.
It looks like they customized it. It looks like somebody repainted a really good stalker. I love it, and I hope it turns out that way.
I would assume. I feel like this has to be like production. We're not going to get it for another 7 years, but I assume this is what it'll look like.
Yeah, it might be the paint master.
Oh, good call. Good call. So you don't mind the more grayish appearance? I know a lot of people had comments about how he looked.
Yeah, I really like it. I like it.
Hey, Jason, this is a good old friend of mine.
Oh, awesome.
Back when I worked at Google. He's
Ooh.
actually the person that hired me at Google. Hello, Jason. Good to see you, my friend. But yeah, I think again, I think the figure looks really good. This is a good point, Toy Sorceress. I'm sure they're holding back the green camo stalker for the retro line.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Yep. Yes. Reaction is very overpriced, but inflation on nostalgia is what you pay for. Member?
Yep.
Oh,
Eat a whole big old handful of member berries. Get some of those reaction figures.
Speaking of member berries, hold on. Is this it? I did want to. Here we go. How is this? Oh, wait, not that one. Dang it. Was it this one? Here it is. How is this head sculpt not a member berry? That's all I see every time I see the Last Ronin head sculpt. Member berries. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jason with the super chat. Wow. Jason, you're a good soul. Good soul, my friend.
Awesome.
My favorite peoples. On this earth. But yeah, it looks like a member berry, right? But green. That's what I saw.
It does. And where is Playmate's counter figure for this?
Yes. Remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Remember? Oh my god. Anyway, Stalker looks great. And then yes, you had some criticisms on the Tomax,
the Crimson Twins.
Twins.
They got a little bit of an animated face.
You still think okay? That was your criticism. It was a little too animated. You still feel like I
still see more animated than real world. And I think it's just because their face is sculpted so angular. It's got a lot of geometry in that head sculpt. And the thing that bums me out is the face paint on the classified figures we have had is amazing. It's some of the best paint that Hasbro's ever done.
Yeah.
So seeing it, it's just, man, I don't know. It just looks a little too cartoony for me.
I don't see. I see Tom Cruise. That's all I see. That's what I see.
And they're doing their own stunts.
I gotta go back to this comment. Back to the hold on, let me just bring this up again real quick. Shiny plastic people. Remember when the turtles were gritty? Last Ronin members. I killed John. Overman, the Last Ronin comics are fun. I need to read it because it does seem like a really good series. Oh, and John Saga came back, and I completely forgot about it. I gotta go get it. It did. It came back last month. And I feel like a bad fan, but I don't know. They took 3 years off or whatever, 4 years off. I don't know. Anyway, so really excited about Saga coming back. Okay, so yeah, the twins. You think they're too cartoony? I think they look good, but
they look good. I still get them
personally.
Yeah, I still buy them, but I think I might have 2 different classified displays.
Okay. I understand that. Right here, Arthurian. Wrapped into the Cobra Zone. Oh my goodness. That dude from Evanescence and his loud rings presenting Joe's. I love that guy though. I want to hang out with that guy. Wake me up. Wake me up inside. It's a good jam. Is Evanescence still around? I don't know. They got
They are. Yeah. Amy Lee is still busy.
Is she? Okay, good.
Yep.
That's good. I'm glad. All right. Anything else, John Joes? We spent almost an hour talking about him.
Everything's good. Wish we got more. Wish we got more O-ring news.
Yes. Again, I will talk about it more in my video. So I'll let you have the floor because I do want to try and save my thoughts here for this video and drop it on Tuesday. I haven't filmed or recorded my actual commentary yet. It's in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I've recorded opening them up and everything. But so this Tuesday, 3:00, O-Rings return. The title of it, hold on. I think I saved the title here on my computer. Tell me if this title rings true to you. People in the chat, you can tell me if it's a bad title. Here we go. New G.I. Joe O-Rings. I love them, but they don't love me. That's what I call them. Mainly because I want to collect them, but like one set of figures a year, it's not enough. John, what's your
how can exactly. How can you collect them? There is none.
Yeah.
There's none to collect. And then when they put them out at, that high price point, it's a turnoff right away.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still that thing. You're going to buy them as soon as they're out there.
I bought a stinking $80 billion Transformers figure just so I get the Baroness. I'm stressed that they won't do a normal Baroness, so I got to buy the Transformer.
Mm-hmm. Man, I just wish that they had such an opportunity. Like I said, the 40th anniversary, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Lots of time to do something. I think with the success of the Sky Striker, even though we didn't get all the stretch goals, we didn't get, ketchup and mustard, it should have been a 50-50 reveal of classified and O-Rings.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially since it's the 40th anniversary stream. Now, a lot of people here are saying in the chat, maybe they'll save it for June, right? Maybe they'll save it for Comic-Con if that happens.
Mm-hmm. But it was the 40th anniversary of O-Rings, not of classified.
You're right.
That's the thing. It was the 40th anniversary of O-Ring figures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. GI, no. Yeah, it needs, I don't know. I think in a world where the MO2 Origins line has done so well.
Mm-hmm. I
assume Playmates re-releasing their old stuff has worked. The Transformers stuff they keep doing, the Ghostbusters Kenner Classics seem to do well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't maybe what you mentioned, and I didn't even think about this, so I'm glad you mentioned it. Maybe the assembly of O-Rings isn't cost effective, but
yeah,
I just want I want Hasbro. I love these. I want to buy them. It's the what is that from 40-Year-Old Virgin, and he goes into the eBay store, but you have to buy it on eBay, and he has shoes. I think it's young Jonah Hill. He's like, I love these shoes. Can I buy these? It's like, well, no. You have to go on to eBay and buy them there. It's like, but I just want to buy these. And that's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. This too. Oh, I want a Night Raven so bad. Snell World, a $5 super chat. Thank you, Snell. I was waiting for a HasLab Night Raven announcement that never happened.
I don't think we'll get another HasLab Joe project until the end of the year.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because
it only closed out in December. That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. And it seems like they want to save that for Q4. They want that HasLab money hitting in the year.
Look at how good we did in Q4.
Yeah, exactly. Ryan Dole, it was 40th for a Real American Hero, not specifically O-Rings. That's me assuming. But the Real American Hero is the O-Rings, the dawn of O-Rings, right? They have to, they're hand in hand. I don't think you can separate them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did the toy line come out first before the show, or the show come out at the same time? Toy line was 82, right? Did the show come out 82? I don't think so.
No,
'Cause that was before they deregulated TV.
yeah, it was the toys first.
Yeah. It was toys in 82, show probably 84 with the rest of the
Mhm.
cartoons that got us hooked to toys.
'Cause we didn't get a cartoon just of nothing but green shirts and blue shirts.
Exactly, exactly. Anyway. All right. Yeah, let's see. They'll probably announce the Night Raven along with another Star Wars and Transformers. Yeah, exactly. Again,
Mhm.
John's right, Bouquet's right. I think we'll see that when that comes on, or when if they do it. Okay, here's my question to you, John. If San Diego Comic Con happens, that's usually when they used to reveal the HasLab projects.
Mhm.
Do you think that'll still be the case, or now will they hold it till their kind of Q4 PulseCon? Was October? It's been generally, right?
Yeah, I think they'll hold it. I think we'll see the general retail release stuff at San Diego, if
Mm-hmm.
as long as it happens,
Yeah.
and then wait
Mm-hmm.
for unless they decide to split it up,
Yeah.
because we don't know what their thinking is because of what happened with the Rancor.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if
That's true.
they're thinking, because
They did all those at
th
once.
right, they might be too proud to say, "Well, the Rancor failed because we had too many others going."
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not because the Rancor failed because our marketing was garbage,
Yeah.
and everybody else's marketing was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what their thinking is. So maybe they'll split up the HasLabs
Yeah.
just so they can say, "Next time if one fails, well, it failed because of this, not because there's too many going."
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Thoughts here on Paul Fisher's comment. I think O-ring rollout was a late pivot after the Walmart retro line failed. Thoughts on that, John?
I think the Walmart retro line was a attempt at doing something retro, because they had the
With
25th
minimal effort.
anniversary stuff.
Yeah.
They had parts to make those figures. It was a low investment for Hasbro.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, when they called that retro, they heard what fans actually thought and said, no, retro would be O-rings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get your, get it straight, because Hasbro redid the Kenner Ghostbusters actual retro.
Mm-hmm.
Mattel is doing a retro version of the classic stuff,
Mm-hmm.
even though you could compare it to Vintage Masters to Origins as 25th anniversary to Classic
Yes.
Joe's. You could compare
Clearly,
that.
you could. Yeah.
Um, but
But
yeah, I think
but there's I don't know, like and maybe just because we've been with the 25th figures for so long with GI Joe
mhm,
that it doesn't feel but I don't know, just somehow Origins captured the retro nostalgia
mhm,
in an updated format. But
yeah,
I don't know how they did it. They were able to both modernize the figure but still capture the essence of the retro line. And again, it makes because we've been around 25th so long, it doesn't feel like that. But it just the 25th line, while I do think it's a legendary line, it's a Hall of Fame toy line. It didn't feel like it captured that for me personally. Does it? Am I making sense there, John? Does that seem
yeah.
right?
No, you're making total sense. It's when the 25th anniversary stuff came out, it was a modern 4-inch figure.
Yeah.
There wasn't really a lot of retro about it.
Mm-hmm.
It fit in with um the 4-inch Marvel Universe
Yep.
figures. It fit in with
Star Wars.
Star Wars
Yep.
figures. It made that aesthetic for, put those 3 lines on a shelf, they all mesh very well. They're all
Mm-hmm.
sort of the same
Yeah.
design. Whereas, yeah, the Origins figures, Masters Origins, stand that figure up next to the vintage one, aside from He-Man, like Web
Mhm.
Store. Take a vintage Web Store,
Yeah.
put it next to Origins Web Store,
Mm-hmm.
stand far away enough, and you're like, that's the same figure. It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
But it has better articulation. It doesn't have the crappy rubber band
Mhm.
legs. Like it just they nailed it. I think they really did nail it, and I think and the price too. Dang, just thought about that. The MO2 Origins figures are cheaper than the new Joe O rings.
Yep.
And they're like twice the size and like all the extra plastic in the world.
And they come with a mini comic.
And they come with a mini comic.
Mm-hmm.
And even with their inflation adjustment, which is now at $17.50, maybe it'll even go higher, maybe go $18. I don't know.
Yeah.
But O-rings are over $20 a figure.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Comparing, and I don't want to keep doing this, but comparing Origins figures to Joe's in the GI Joe panel. Somebody asked about file cards, and she said, "Well, we can't do file cards because we need them in every language." Whereas what Mattel does is they just release a different package in that language per country that they release it.
And I think Jake Stevens called this out in our maybe it was in the Yes Have Some Facebook group or something, but the Super 7s, look at that file card.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. And it's an online exclusive. Don't they only sell to UK and the US? Right? I thought that's the only two things they sell those to. Maybe they have I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, John. We can't have another 2-hour show. My wife will be so ticked off. So let's keep rolling here. Let's see. What else do we got here? Oh, okay. DC page punchers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my toy halls will have this figure, so I know we have been given the flack to old Mr. Mcfarlane, old Potamus Mcfarlane himself.
Old Mr. Grippy Hands.
But what's your thoughts on these comic book plus? They're little. They're like 2.5 inch. So mask scale, essentially. If they go to 3, it's a bit bigger than a mask scale figure. With a comic book for $9.99. So we go from a $20+ O-ring figure to a $9.99 DC 6 POA figure that comes with an actual full size
with a comic,
full size comic book. And our comic books, like, I don't know, $4.99 now or something.
Yeah, DC books are between $3.99 and $4.99 a month.
Yeah,
this is why I stopped buying new comics.
100%. I just stopped auto doing mine as well. I was like, wait, what's my bill?
Yeah. And then when they throw out a Batman title that's weekly.
Yeah.
Are you serious? No. Got to put a stop to this.
But Saga, I'll buy every single one. So anyway,
these are cool. They're a little bit, you're getting what you pay for it. You're getting a $4 comic and a $6 figure, and that's exactly what it is. If they're able to pull this off, I see it working. Where if they can say that they'll release 20 a year, just something to actually fill up a shelf with these figures.
Yeah.
And get to some, other characters other than Batman and Batman and Batman over and over again, like McFarlane does.
Yes.
I think it's very cool. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a neat way to get kids into comics, right? My son Zach loves comics, but he doesn't really like superhero comics. He likes SpongeBob and Uncle Scrooge and stuff like that. But I feel like I think it's a really neat line. I wish it just would have went 3 3 3/4, but they must have to like stay out of that scale. At first I thought it was 3 3/4, and I was like, oh, they're getting around it because it's packaged with a full comic book or something like that. But no, it is 2.5 to 3 inches tall. So clearly they're staying out of Spin Master's lane. But I think Spin Master at 6'9", are they 6'9", 749, whatever they are, is almost 4 inches. You get a bunch of accessories and stuff like that. That's a great buy. I don't know if these necessarily supplant those figures, but I do really like the effort here by McFarlane.
Yeah. I see this as typical as a DC Collectibles, DC Direct sort of something that a comic book store would throw on the counter. This is their equivalent of a pack of gum and
Yeah.
the knickknacks, the eye candy that goes on the counter. That's what I equate this to, because even though Todd is showing us this, isn't this under the DC Direct moniker?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. That's a good point. So these won't be at retail. Let's see. Patreon should give you. I didn't watch his stream, so I didn't hear it. It's not saying anything here about that specifically. So it'll be
because even though like McFarlane's doing this stuff, he's still running DC Direct now. So I see this as a cheap comic book store counter candy, not so much going to be at retail. You see him on the pegs next to Spin Master. I think this is just a cool new thing. It's fun.
I agree. And I think Ryan is right here. I think Uncle Scrooge and these are gateway drugs. Super. And this is where for me, like, this is a great way for Zach, who's 7 now, and likes comic books. And I'd be like, here's a toy and a comic book. Have at it. Have fun. So yeah, go find these. Seem like retail or comic shop.
Yep.
In Alpha Magazine, I think it's right. This is a gift every dad will buy their kid, dad or mom. I don't want to discount the geek moms out there, but I think 100%. The Origins line, it has to be just us old geeks, or even maybe not even like a big He-Man fan. It's like, oh, I remember that. A little bit of memberberry.
Yep.
I remember that. And then you grab it and then you just go. And at $10, that's a very grab and go kind of impulse buy, right?
Yep.
It's like how Hot Wheels are still 98 cents. Or the bigger, my son Alex, he loves the monster trucks. Those are like $3.98. Like that's a shut your kid up while you shop purchase.
Yeah, exactly.
And at under $10, I think you're in that realm. They say, what if the kid loves comics? Listen, my son Zach and I will go to our local comic shop and we'll drop some cash as he catches up on his Uncle Scrooge.
And then he says, "Dad, you get at me bags and boards too. I got to keep these crisp."
Thankfully, he's not that. Like his comics are worn. They're like missing covers and crap. Like, but he just carries them with him if he's going on a road trip or something. He'll have his comics.
That's awesome.
And stuff, so, anyway, all right. I think it's a really cool idea. 100%. I think it's cool. What about the other McFarlane reveals? He had some others. That's not it. Was it? Yeah. Some of these big figures, the Man Bat, Killer Croc. I found that what is he? I'm blanking on it. Swamp Thing. It looked cool, but I kind of passed. It looks amazing though. But what do you think of like just making a BAF figure as a $40-something retail release? This Man Bat looks amazing.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm not a big fan of the Build-A-Figure scheme, if you want to call it that, because with McFarlane anyway.
Yeah.
Because McFarlane builds the price of the Build-A-Figure into the package. Marvel Legends doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So, you're going to pay an extra $5 per figure for a McFarlane with a Build-A-Figure piece. He did King Shark as a Build-A-Figure, and then he did it 2 more releases, the box set and the single release. Just getting these big figures just out the door, I think they're all $40.
Yeah.
Good idea. I like it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to buy a figure that I don't want just to get the piece. And I'm really excited for this Man Bat.
Yeah. This thing is big.
And I did have Swamp Thing in my hand this week, and I put him back.
Same. Like I was just like, I love Swamp Thing. That Kenner line was one of my favorite toy lines of all time. I watched that, was it a TV movie or whatever the movie was back then? Whatever the first one was. I love Swamp Thing. And I got the Comic-Con exclusive DC Universe Swamp Thing.
Yep.
So I was like, and I was like, why did you put it back? I don't even know why I put it back. It didn't connect with me $40-something worth.
I chose to get a couple things in my hauls today instead.
Okay. Yeah.
And I spent more money on my hauls than what I would have on the Swamp Thing.
Mm-hmm.
But part of me said, wait, maybe I'll find it cheaper. Maybe I'll get it on a better deal.
I felt the same way. I was like, if maybe Mike got it, we get it at like dealer rates or something.
Mm-hmm. Or I'll get it loose. I don't care about buying it loose.
Yeah.
For
I don't mind
money.
either.
I don't care.
It looks great. The same thing. I just didn't want to pull the trigger on $40-something at the time.
No. But if I did see this Man Bat in the store at $40, I'd get it.
I probably, but it's tough. I gotta spend more than that on 2 little O-ring figures.
I know, 2 little O-ring figures.
Oh my goodness. Anywho, all right. Let's see. Let's keep it moving here. Great Instagram page, Yo Tango El Poder, posted these. I guess they're coming out right now. I think they've already hit shelves. The CGI He-Man 2-pack with a slightly different look. The He-Man kind of has that glowing arm effects as he's like, his power is transitioning or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Skeletor's arm is like all green. So I don't know if maybe whatever turned his arm or hand into a skeleton in the show might advance in season 2. I don't know. Season 2 drops next week or this coming week. So
yeah,
that's exciting. And if you heard that thing falling, it's this dang drifter Bruce Wayne that won't stand up to save his life.
It's all top heavy with all those shirts on.
It's all the jackets and the backpack. Hate this figure. Anyway, but now, so thoughts here. I don't know if I'll buy this, to be honest. Maybe I'll buy it if I see it. I just don't know if I need these characters again.
If it's again, this will be like it depends on the price. I don't think I need the figures again. I really don't think I need to get one of those drone Doomseeker bots that it comes with.
Mm-hmm.
It is cool that they're doing it. It reminds me of the 2000X, Wolf Armor He-Man, and what was it, Skeletor? Was it Snake Armor Skeletor? One of the other. It reminds me of like the 2000X 2-packs.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. It's a good idea. I like it, and I do like that they at least made them a little bit different for the completists out there, and not just a repack, straight up repack to get that Doomseeker drone.
To me, I think it's Doomseeker and the Skeletor, like the translucent arm, and it's clearly like going, like it's kind of cracking into his skin over here.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool.
It does look cool. And I am that bad. If I did see it, I'd probably get it just because.
Yeah, and again, it depends too what the show does, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jolly Green Rancher. Wolf Armor. And Landeros J and John, I'm a Marvel fan first. However, I'm waiting for McFarlane to stop playing around and make DC Superpowers line with retro card backs like Legends do for Spider-Man animated series line. But Kenner owns that partially, right? Or they'd have to like get that from because Mattel did it.
Yeah, Mattel did it with the Mr. Mxyzptlk series.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. See, I don't. McFarlane has such a style. I don't know if he would go outside. I don't know if he would color outside his own lines.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know if I'd want to see it, to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe. Superpowers is one of my favorite toy lines of all time. I know I say that about a lot of toy lines, but if you see my room, I have a lot of favorite toy lines. It is what it is. But yeah, what is, I'm polyamorous. I'm polytoyerous.
That sounds like a dinosaur.
Oh my god. Yeah, they said one of their top kids shows, I think top 10 for all of them. So
yeah.
And somebody said, I do want to plus it in if I can find it. The chat's been going to look crazy. I may have lost it. But somebody said if Hasbro had done it, it would have been $70 for this 2-pack. Oh my gosh.
And we wouldn't get that drone.
Nope.
Straight up $70.
The drone would have been $15.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think I pronounced Yo Tango El Poder. That's how I think Nick Dillinger corrected my pronunciation. I apologize. My Spanish, even though I took 4 years in high school, is not great. Muy malo. Alf! Pre-order. Did you get your pre-order in, my friend?
Absolutely. I stopped everything I was doing, went to Big Bad Toy Store. And I don't know why I went there first, because I never buy anything from there first. I always go to Entertainment Earth.
I feel like Entertainment Earth gets it quicker.
They do. And I'm probably going to put an order for there, and whoever ships first, I'll cancel the other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But, oh, man, I am so excited for this.
It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I was talking to Ryan Dole, he said the animated series shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This thing's stacked.
Yeah, that's a total Ultimates Alf.
Yeah, 100%. Alf, we're finally getting an Alf.
It's got Willie's radio.
Mm-hmm.
The Pepsi can says Fusco on it for Paul Fusco.
It's great. It's honestly, it's kind of the last Alf figure you ever need.
Yes, I asked Ryan, is it okay if I army build these?
The Flash. Oh my god, this is hilarious. This is a more accurate Black Chrysanthemum. Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, the cat sandwich is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Lucky the cat.
Oh, Lucky. Can he wear that shirt? I believe so. If they're giving you the shirt, I would assume he can wear the shirt, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, where's that Alf Pog form? That'd have been a deep cut, right?
Yes, The Simpsons.
Yep. Oh my god. All right. Let's see. Do you really? Hold on, I got it. Wait. I think I still have it here. Do you really want to taste it? Yes. We got a Hot Toys Peacemaker. We talked about the show on Screen Geeks. Was it last week? I don't know. Time is a flat circle.
It was last week.
It was last week. Okay, so check that out if you want to hear Ralph and my extended thoughts. But I think we've talked about it here too, John. Peacemaker is a fantastic show. One of the best comic shows of all time. So good.
Yep.
And so, of course, we're getting a Hot Toys for it. I'm not going to lie. I don't really like the John Cena Peacemaker. I don't like the tongue, open face thing. I don't know.
No. He only is coming with this open mouth head sculpt.
Yeah.
With two interchangeable tongues.
Yeah.
Which seems really stupid. If this came with a basic, expressive face, not open mouth, and two heads, one with the helmet, one without.
Yeah.
I was really interested in getting this.
Mm-hmm.
But because of this weird open mouth only figure, I mean, are they maybe they'll do like
a deluxe one or
something really terrible, and they'll do like a San Diego exclusive closed mouth.
Oh Lord.
Peacemaker, because I really do want this figure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got the King Shark on pre-order.
Yeah. And he's doing a bit of the side-eye thing too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And arguably one of the breakout stars of TV in 2022 so far.
Yeah.
Fantastic character. It's kind of basic. He kind of seems a little. I just look. I feel like this maybe in the chat. Are we wrong? But I kind of feel like this is a bit of a lazy Hot Toy, which is rare. Which is a rare thing to say.
Yeah, this is like a 2010 Hot Toy. Pre-loading with accessories and a base, heads. We're not sure if the gun is removable from the holster or if it's just built into it, if it's a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because even aside from the McFarlane Peacemaker, the Beast Kingdom Peacemaker does not come with a gun. This is the closest thing we've seen
Oh, he
to
does.
him.
You're right. Does he not have like? Can you take it out of the holster? That's a good point.
It has
You
not.
can't advertise that, maybe.
It was pretty much said it's not official that it's removable.
What?
Yep.
But they're
And
like
I don't understand what's going on with the gun situation on a lot of figures. I mean, I get it.
yes.
There's a lot of
Well,
problems.
oh, sure.
Or
I get it for a kid's toy, right? Like it's something that'll be on a retail shelf.
But this is a $250 adult collectible.
Yeah.
We have gotten, I don't know, 1,000 figures from Hot Toys with guns.
Yeah. And especially this one, like Vigilante, and like it's a rated R show.
Yeah, look at the source material.
It's a grown up show. And it just, I don't know, it just kind of feels like it feels a bit like a cash grab a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was just that's a I don't know. I feel like Hot Toys generally does a really good job. I should have had Hugging Wings for Eagly. Again, Eagly's such an expressive character, and it's a bald eagle. But this looks like a bald eagle, something you would get at like a museum or something, of a bald eagle figure.
Right. Yeah.
Made by Applause or something
or like made, those companies that make just the sort of hard rubber animals like Slice or something like that.
Yeah.
Where, this is Eagly. You should come with Hugging Wings and a squirrel as a gift.
Yeah. Matt Broom, what's wrong with having toys having guns? If totally understand if given the climate or whatever, you don't want to have that for a kid's line. That's fine. But it's a hot toy. This is not for kids. I would hope not. They even have, I think it's a funny commercial on is it Sideshow does a commercial with the kid playing with the hot toys. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that.
It's really
seen it.
Check it out. I don't want to play it because I don't want a copyright strike. But if you can, I think it was Sideshow's commercial, and it's basically, the dad wakes up, and for some reason he has his Hot Toys collection on a shelf that's accessible to his kid in his living room, and then they're all gone off the shelf, and then the kid is playing in the sandbox with all of his Sideshow toys.
And again, look that up.
And I don't want to. I really try to live my life to not be Will Ferrell from the Lego Movie. Like I really try. Like kids, feel free as long as it's not brittle. Have at it. But that I was just like, oh, it hurts. It hurts. Yeah, they go right. Hot Toys are the NC-17 of toys. Exactly. Oh my goodness. All right. So bummer. Love the show. It's a great show.
Yep.
I would have expected a better hot toy to go along with it.
Yeah. With the success of the show, this should have been better.
Yeah. Agreed. Anything else to say about the Ronin? I feel like we made a lot of fun of Playmates, but I'm just like, maybe Playmates had it right. I don't know. Maybe I didn't read the comic book. I know he's older, right? So maybe it's just old man.
I know very little about the character or the entire Ronin storyline for the Turtles.
It's like just one turtle left, right? Isn't it Mikey or something like that? A spoiler. I haven't read it, but it's like one of the turtles and the rest are dead or something. That's the premise, I think. So maybe this is what it looks like. I cannot not see the member berries on this guy's head. But anyway.
I was just waiting for Playmates to come around and do something everybody wants to buy.
I know. Calling back, did I miss anything? Is James? Nope, I didn't. I'm not planning on buying anything, honey. I don't need anything. I have all I need.
That's on record now.
Yeah. Was that believable? Was that believable? Hope that was believable. All right. I think that's everything. Yeah. All right. There's the news. I'm sure there's more out there, but we covered a lot. John, it is time to share our toy hauls. What do you got? Is it you or me today?
I think it's me. I think.
Adam, what are you doing? Why are you trying to get me in trouble, Adam? Anyways, all right, John, you have the floor, my friend.
All right. I only have a couple things.
Okay, same here. I don't have too much.
You got me. You picked this up.
I did. Oh,
yes. This, Revelation Scare Glow, the basic release, Wave 3 figure. It is awesome.
Isn't it? Like, I didn't realize it was translucent. Even when I did my live unboxing, I think somebody mentioned afterwards.
Yeah, you can really see it in his hands the most, I think.
Yes.
But I never opened the Mattel Creations exclusive version. I just left it in the box and never took it out. So it's nice to have another Scare Glow. It looks amazing. Great figure. And it really makes me excited to get more Masterverse figures. I think they've really hit their stride with this new new scale that they're doing.
Yes. Agreed. And I don't know, Wave 3, because you have all of them now, right? Did you meet with Gary or?
No, I haven't met up with him yet. I got to get up with him soon.
Once you get them, I don't know. I feel like they've really improved things significantly.
Yeah. Even the joints feel better.
Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, okay. What else? What else?
Right. Where you went with the Batman drifter version, you zigged and I zagged, and I just got the straight up regular.
Nice.
With the Bat Cycle.
Nice.
And it is pretty cool. Not gonna,
I saw the Bat Cycle and I passed. Maybe I should have gotten it.
He still has major side eye. Like, why do you do that? Okay, he's wearing a cowl.
Yeah.
Why? And now that he's on his bike, he will not see anybody coming up on his right at all, because he's looking so hard left. But okay, so McFarlane.
This guy asked, can he look up?
That's it. If you put your finger on it, you can look up, but you got to hold it there. The bike did come with a stand.
Oh, nice.
That holds the rear tire, so it holds it up pretty well.
Nice.
And I will give it up to McFarlane on one hand.
Mm-hmm.
No pun intended. Because the Batman figure, his right hand is just a flat, straight up stop in the name of love sort of hand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the bike came with a grip hand for his right hand.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's they finally, we didn't have to buy the gold edition of Batman or platinum or whatever to get his right gripping hand variant.
Yeah. Quick question there, or as you hold it up, I wish they would have went soft goods, because the cape looks kind of silly.
Oh yeah, on the bike. And the fact that they don't do a thigh cut.
Mm-hmm.
He looks okay from this side, right? But if I turn it, his leg is super wonky.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
He looks like he was a pirate and got scurvy way back in the 1200s. So the bat weapon, whatever it is that comes with the chopping hand, it looks like a grapple or Batman's grapple thing.
Yeah.
So it has a plug on it. So it.
Oh no, he broke his mic. He's back. Okay.
I spun it around. So it plugs into the hand. Because the hand has a little hole in it. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the hand has a hole in it. So it.
That's what she said.
Go on.
So it just plugs into the hand, and it looks weird. He's not gripping his grapple or whatever it is. It's just like is this supposed to be magnetic or something?
It's like, remember that toy, Ryan, if you're still here, that awful Toy Biz Magneto with the
Yes. Mm-hmm. So the funny thing that I was laughing at earlier before we went live, all the McFarlane stuff, they come with cards.
Yep.
So Batman, and it says on the back, Batman from the Batman, bio, real name Bruce Wayne. On the Batcycle, Batcycle from the Batman, real name the Batcycle. Like he didn't name it Martha or something.
Wait, your motorcycle's name is Martha too?
Motorcycle's name is Martha too.
Martha.
Batcycle, real name Batcycle.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay. All right. That's good stuff. I'll start with my McFarlane as well. If you haven't seen it yet, I posted it on. I did it Friday. Like I think I picked it up Friday and posted it Friday. So I won't talk about it too much. You can see the live reaction to this figure then, but you can see it there. Oof, he looks rough. Yeah, he does in real life too. It is better in real life, but yeah, I picked up the Drifter Bruce Wayne. You can definitely check out the live stream I did opening this bad boy up. But he's rough. He's just like one of those ugly mascots for the channel now, I guess.
Yeah.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Anyway, it's so bad. And it won't stand up. It's so top heavy. It won't even stand up right. Talk about weak knees. It just keeps going like this and it'll fall over. Like it's tighter.
What's he got in that backpack?
Yes. Oh my goodness. You mean pioneering Magneto? I want to hear it, Ryan Dole. I don't want to hear it. Thanos Copter. I love this. I'm in hate with that toy.
That's awesome.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's Portlandia Bruce Wayne. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's keep the rolling here. Let's see. 6 minutes. The tune in late, but notice the Toy Geeks moment is different. Blue circle instead of red sunburst. So, no, just it is for the Ukrainian flag. It's Ukrainian flag colors. Just showing our support and standing with Ukraine while they're going through just an absolute insane war, essentially an invasion. So my video for my thoughts on the O-rings Tuesday, 3:00. Check it out. Hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. Gotta get those 10,000 subscribers so we can do GDL after dark. But as part of it, I was like, I need to buy one of these dang Super 7 ones. So I went out, spent $17.99.
Woof.
But I felt like I had to compare it to this. Like this has to be part of the story. And I found a Storm Shadows. I was like, well, I can come. It'll make a nice comparison between the two. But I will say, seeing the file card and the cross sell and stuff, it's like, what Hasbro? Why can't you do that? Just do that. This also became a live stream in the middle of the week. You can check that out. I did a live unboxing of these two, but I found Manny Faces and Ram Man at the Briar Creek Wally World. Have you found these? I guess you haven't because you didn't do them in your toy halls, but
no.
It was I don't know if you watched the video, but they were just kind of sitting on a shelf. They weren't even in the He-Man section, and the bubbles were smashed, and they were just sitting there. So I was like, I'll take these. So, check out that video if you want my deeper thoughts. And then that same day, they had one. I wish they had the Skeletor too, but they had an Origins Flying Fist He-Man, so shiny with that vac metal. So I plan on doing another. How many likes are we at? We need 150 if I'm going to do it. But if you want a live unboxing this Wednesday, I kind of subbed in these figures instead of the Origin stuff this past week. So this Wednesday, want to open up this bad boy. Hope I can find Skeletor by then, and the rest of those Origins figures in a big 3 o'clock Wednesday lunchtime, wherever you are, unboxing of this figure plus the rest of the Orange stuff. I've been keeping, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this one because I'm not a huge fan of the vintage one. I have the vintage one. His head looks really weird on the vintage one. And as you know on the channel, I've been subbing out my Origins figures for the vintage figures, and I'm excited to replace the original one with this one, right sitting on the bridge of my Eternia playset.
Mattel Creations has been selling that figure on their site.
I saw that. Maybe I should just do that. Anyway, that's all I got for this week. Let's see how many likes. Hold on, where'd it go? How many likes to video blowing up Hobo Batman with a firecracker? I don't want to do it because it's so bad. Like, it's such an integral part of this show. I feel like I'm gonna put him right over here, and it'll just be in the background, just as a legacy. Oh, here we go, 150. All right, there you go. We hit it. We hit our goal, everybody. Jay only gets one lunch a week, and he spends it with us. Thank you, Jay. I get lunch every day, but I appreciate it. And maybe there'll be some big toy news that we'll jump on and talk about. Anywho, that's where you hit the subscribe button and the bell, because you never know when a secret or out of nowhere.
Yep.
He's an official Geek Dad meme now. Exactly. I can't kill him. I can't. Oh, great. All right, John. One last thing before we go. This is gonna be an easy one. We're only gonna have 2 pictures here.
Okay.
And I feel like I knew these. So if I know them, I feel like you can know them.
I better know them.
But I will say, people have found your weakness. It's D&D or Transformers.
Big time.
Yeah. Drifter Batman GDL mascot. Exactly. Drifter it is a mascot. It has become a mascot. All right. Well, here we go. Let me get it all set up. Where are you at? There we go. It's that time again. It's time where we try to test John on his knowledge of all things toy accessories. Yes, he says he's an expert, but we'll really put that to the test in a segment that we like to call Stump John. So everybody, everywhere, all around the world, everyone at home, it's time to what? Stump that John!
All right. Let me turn off the comments.
Yeah. No cheating. No peeksies. John, that stump that John. Anywho. All right. John won't listen. Again, I feel like last week it was a rare miss.
Yes. Last week I got 1, right?
You got 1. Somehow you got that Power Ranger.
The SPD morpher.
How the hell did you do that? I have no idea. Anyway. All right. Let me pull this up. Let me make sure I hide the thumbnail. There we go. You don't just see these were sent in by our friend Andrew. So let me share the screen.
Thundercats Rataro. Also came in black.
Indeed. All right, well done. That's 1.
All right.
You got to get 2 to win it, though. So can you get this next one?
I don't know what this is.
All right, I'll give you a hint. Just one hint. Ryan Dole would think this is one of the greatest accessories of all time.
Oh, so it's Toy Biz. Is it a Spider-Man piece? I'm trying to think who would come with a grappling hook. Who came with a grappling hook?
This is early Toy Biz, but not DC early Toy Biz. Let's just say that.
I don't know. I don't know what this is.
That my friend is a grappling hook. Thank you, Michael.
Did it? Is it supposed to come apart like that,
Um.
or did it fall apart because it's Toy Biz?
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Shots fired. Woo.
I can't think of who comes with a grappling hook.
You're gonna kick yourself.
I know I am.
When I tell you what this one is.
I'm going through like the beginning of like the silver card back figures, talking figures, to X-Men. Shoot. I can only think, because it's all black, I can only think of Venom.
Okay. Is that what you want to go with your final answer?
Yeah.
Are you I guess that's your final answer. No, it is Daredevil's accessory. The 1990, the first Daredevil. I think it came with, no, I think the other one was a little bit different.
I wouldn't have ever
All
remembered
red
that.
Daredevil.
I would not have remembered he came with a grappling hook.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my friend. It's true. Everything did come with a grappling hook in the early 90s. Like even Kenner, it was a lot of grappling hooks.
Yeah.
But
lots of strings, lots of grappling hooks.
Yeah. At least you got the first one real fast right off the bat. I could have sworn you would have gotten that one.
Nope.
Toy Biz is tough though, because it is so crappy.
a lot of the Toy Biz parts that I do remember, it's because I had the figure. You know, when I was a kid.
Apparently, we lost a subscriber.
Wah.
Come on, we need to get to 10,000 people. I take it back. Toy Biz is great. It's great.
So good. It's so good. Just look at that Hall of Fame.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love the Toy Biz Red Daredevil. But I found him at a swap meet, so he did not have the little grappling hook thing.
Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, I did not buy Toy Biz until X-Men stuff came out. Like I didn't get any of the silver card back stuff. Everything was X-Men on.
I'm pretty sure my first Toy Biz was DC, obviously. And then my first Marvel was the first Spider-Man, the one with the suction cups and the little like, rubber web. I remember getting it with one of my grandparents at this kind of, it's almost like a general store, and I remember seeing it there and I bought it, and I still have it to this day. Childhood survivor, Spider-Man. And it still has those dang suction cups that are useless. And another one of my favorite Toy Biz toys, Nightcrawler, also had the stupid suction cups.
Yep.
So that's still a great figure though. Still good.
Yeah. When I think back, I had a lot of X-Men Toy Biz figures. A lot of them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I real quick, there was a toy store that opened in town. It was like a collectible toy store. It was heavy in 60s Joe's, because those were still really hot at the time, because this was probably around 1996. And I brought all of my the stuff, all my Toy Biz figures I brought to that guy, and he was going to consign them for me. And then the store closed, and I never seen him again. And I had bought pretty much everything from 90, what was it, the first year, like 92 through 95. Like I remember like the last couple I bought was Strong Guy and the Wolverine 5th edition. And I don't know why I brought him there, because like he had vintage Joes, and he had some, or they weren't vintage at the time, they were like 6 years old. And I just wanted to trade stuff, and then he's like, oh yeah, if you want to bring stuff in, I'll consign it, and when somebody buys it, I'll give you the money for it. And then at the time, they were probably $1 was we were going to get like 50 cents.
Oh my god, a lot of people putting down their favorite or their first Toy Biz, Keaton Batman. I'm pretty sure Keaton Bats was my first as well. KB Toys at a mall in San Diego County. North County Fair, I think was the mall that I got it at. I still remember buying it. Finding it on the toy shelves and buying it. I also got the Toy Biz Batcave for my birthday that year. I'm pretty sure that was a birthday present. What do we got going on? What's Ryan saying?
Ryan telling us to keep backpedaling.
Hey, listen, it's not that Toy Biz wasn't good, but it wasn't
just not the best.
Yeah, that's not our argument, Ryan. It's not our argument. You just backed the wrong horse. That's all. Oh, Johnny, did you back the wrong horse? Okay, that's it for today's Toy Geeks. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Again, all of our thoughts and anything good that we can send Ukraine's way. There's lists of verified charities in the description below. And again, it's awful what's happening, and hope there is a speedy resolution or as soon as possible. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you for talking toys with us. It's a respite from the craziness of the world. Everybody stay safe. And when is Toy Wars? When is Toy? It's I think we're shooting for middle of next month. The Toy Showdown between Ryan Dole and myself. I believe John and Craig are going to be moderators. You better believe we'll maybe have some other special YouTuber guests to join in. Be like, come in as like the guest person to kind of slam as well. We got another super chat as we close out. Sean Daly, $5. Happy to catch you guys live. Love the content, Jay. And as a VO audio geek, I love your podcasting setup. Thank you so much. Long time podcaster myself. Long time. Since 2005, 17 years. That's a long time. Anyway, everybody take care. And until next time, hasta luego. And goodbye.